Hey students, so I'm just making a quick video from the classroom to help you out with your reading for this week. So you're going to go to your packet to the Think About It Part 2. This week's story was The Snake That's Eating Florida. Enormous snakes are taking over America's most prized wilderness areas. Can they be stopped? And Ms. Bustos has shown us a very interesting video about the snakes. So if you didn't get a chance to read it, read the story. It is very interesting. Invaders. America is being taken over by invasive species. Here are some of the biggest pests. The starling birds, who eat up to 20 tons of potatoes, and their droppings can carry diseases. The medfly. These tiny bugs feed on 250 different kinds of fruits, and they are a nightmare for farmers. The wild pig. These animals cause 400 million a year in damages. The Asian carp. These invade rivers across Mississippi and Illinois, and they can grow up to 100 pounds. So the first question, look at the invader sidebar. What problems do these invasive species cause? Why is the sidebar included? So we're talking about these animals. So you can say the invaders are known as pests. The birds eat up to 20 tons of potatoes, and their droppings carry diseases. The medfly eats a lot of crops. The wild pig causes a lot of damages. And the Asian carp eats most of the food from the rivers, not leaving enough for other fish. And all this information, we got it from the sidebar. Go ahead and copy this into your packet. If you wrote something similar to this, great job. In some cases, these invaders cause great damage. A decision made long ago in Hawaii still affects birds to this day. In 1883, sugarcane farmers wanted to get rid of the rats that were harming their fields. So they bought 73 Indian mongooses. They hoped the weasel-like animal would eat the rats. The plan failed. But the mongoose thrived. Their numbers grew and grew. Before long, the mongoose had eaten tons of bird eggs, rodents, and reptiles. They ended up threatening many species. The mongoose infestation continues even today. So this little paragraph goes with question 5. What does the part about Indian mongooses in invasive species show? It shows that farmers thought they would solve the problem, but instead they created a whole other set of problems, a new infestation of this animal. They thought they could fix it, they just created more problems with this animal. If you wrote something like this on your paper, great job. If not, copy it onto your packet. What can be done? It is now against the law to bring Burmese pythons to the U.S. to sell. That means fewer pet snakes will be set loose in the wild. But the python invasion of the Everglades is already a crisis. Teams of scientists are working to track and trap the snakes. And every year in Florida, there is a python challenge. Hundreds of hunters compete to catch Burmese pythons, but it is not clear if these efforts have helped cut back the python population. This paragraph goes with question 6. The title of the final section is What Can Be Done? How does the author answer this question? How can we solve all of these problems? Well, the author mentions a law about the pythons and how you can no longer bring them into the US. And the Python challenge, the community can help by coming together and challenging each other to see who can catch the most. Go ahead and write this in your packet. And just wanted to let you know there is no quiz for this week's reading. We just want you to read the story. It is very interesting. And make sure you answer those 3 questions of the Think About It Part 2. Have a great weekend. If you have not done any of the quizzes, go back and check the links. And we will see you next week. Don't forget, Together Tuesday at 11 a.m.